need you for the old me. Need you for my sanity. Need you to remind me where I come from. Can you remind me of my gravity? Call me when I'm tumbling, spiraling, plummeting down to earth. You keep me down to earth. Call me.
Discover what Central is to you. That would be a slogan.
All right, good Eagle evening, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have Alexis and London here today, my friends, kinda. And today we'll be doing a video about the things that we learned our freshman year. So London and I did a video after our first week or month.
Yeah, we did a tips to surviving college, survival tips.
Yes.
This is my first video with Sandra and Lyndon doing a tip video, so I'm excited.
Yes. So first we'll be talking about what we learned kind of like before we even got on campus, things that are important to remember. So I have a couple of things and y'all can add things if it comes up. Okay, so first you don't want to pack everything. Though you don't want to be left without things, you don't want to pack your whole closet because it is hard moving in. And it is hard moving out. So things you do need to pack. Make sure you bring dressy clothes because there will be occasions that you have to dress up.
Please, I hate to cut her off, but please get business attire, you guys. Like, I can't stress that enough. There's so many. I'm sure you guys have done a lot of business stuff.
So how much stuff did you bring?
So, I packed by season. So I don't know if you guys want to do like fall or summer, fall.
Maybe I just didn't have a lot of stuff.
I didn't pack by season.
It wasn't a lot. I brought like a...
Well, you're a guy.
It maybe gets different because we got the shoes, the extraness.
Yeah.
You know. But
that's
no.
a choice.
And so what do you leave at home, like your friends? Like what's one thing that what's one piece of advice you can get to maintain their friendships at home?
Oh, we're friends at home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, see, he has an early college perspective too. So some of your friends actually still are at school with you right here, right now.
It's like 3 out of like 100, but it's still a lot more than what it's still a lot more than what a lot of people get. But I would say keys are in like maintaining long distance friendships is to call. Like, it's really important. Like, I know you get really busy and you have a lot of things to do and a lot of text notifications and et cetera, et cetera. And sometimes I know I'm a little old fashioned. I call people because it's like you can actually hear the voice, you can talk to them, understand the mood a little bit more. Like, if you say something that kind of made them mad, you can hear it in their voice. So but yeah, just remember to call your friends and stay in touch. Like, it's really important.
So important.
I know, even
It's because you literally never know, like,
what they're going through.
I mean, literally, like, you know, they might be the president of, like, freaking Amazon. You know what I'm saying? And because you didn't talk to them.
So you're saying keep up with your friends just because they
no, I don't. But you never know.
You don't want to.
What happened to the love and harmonious
you don't want to burn
relationship?
bridges. You don't want to burn bridges.
But you never know. But you never know when you're gonna need them for references and referrals. So if they're president of Amazon and you know you want to work in that industry, you've known them since the beginning of everything. And if you burn that relationship, like, come on. I'm not saying hold on, let me clarify myself. I'm not saying stay in contact with them.
You need to clarify yourself.
Because you want a job or you want something big, but you never know you're
don't
gonna need
burn
that
bridges
person.
with anybody.
Family,
friends,
don't burn bridges.
If you feel like you don't want to be friends with somebody, don't be like, oh, I don't want to be friends with you. You can slowly stop talking to somebody.
Distance yourself.
Yeah, distance yourself. You don't have to tell them.
Don't
you never
be
know
friends
when you might
with
need
them because they're gonna be big one day. I'm just saying you never know when you're legitimately really gonna need them.
Exactly.
Like, it may be like life or death.
Or
better yet, my
you.
grandmother, RP grandma, she passed away like 3-4 months ago, and actually, ironically crazy, the doctor that she had went to school with my dad. And because of that, he was really able, obviously, you know, doctors kind of give you what you really need to know, but he was actually able to give my dad the nitty gritty, you know what I'm saying, the detail, if that makes any sense. So it's just like you never know when that cross is gonna go.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So now, things that we learned after we got here, like the first couple of weeks, things that we really learned. First, I'll start by saying, be careful who you meet your first couple of days. Don't tell everybody your business because you don't know. Kind of get a feel your first couple of days, how people are, how people move, even the first semester, how people move, because you never know how they might end up being, and then now you told them your business, and now they're over there telling other people your business. So kind of be careful who you share things with, you know?
Yeah.
You want to add something?
Yeah, I think for me, like, I didn't really meet my friend group until I got here. I know there's a lot of group messages and stuff like that, but I kind of strayed away. I know Sandra has great friends, and the group messages still are good friends. And
some fell out, some are still.
But when you see them face to face, you know what I mean? It's just different.
Yeah.
Super.
Guys, just about summed it up.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is obviously having your roommate. It's your first year living with somebody in such close proximities. You don't really know them. You may be friends with them.
They're not your family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how did you guys kind of like get to know them, and how did you guys like build the foundation with not knowing them? Because I knew my roommate. My roommate was actually one of my best friends from home. But I'll talk about mine a little later.
I would say, let's see. You don't have to, your roommate doesn't have to be your best friend, I would say. Like Alexis, her situation is different because she came in knowing her roommate.
Yes.
But if you like come in to the situation living so close to somebody, you have to know, you don't have to be best friends with somebody, but you guys do have to be cordial, respectful, because you guys are living so close together.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, establish ground rules when you guys first get there, because it leaves little room for error, little rooms for arguments, because you have already stated like what you like, what you don't like, things like that. So kind of having that understanding, I would say, and then just being respectful.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I would definitely say for me, it was a great case because I came in and me and my roommate like actually became like best friends.
Yeah, I see
Like,
y'all all the time.
yeah.
I was like, wow,
we're really close. Me and my roommate. So I would say just come in with a positive mindset. That's definitely what I came in with. And be open and willing to adjust to people's needs.
'Cause y'all
Not
are
too
very
much.
different.
Yeah, we're very different.
Y'all
but,
are like the opposite.
Yeah, but we find like a commonality. We find a common
Love
ground.
that.
Like we can laugh and joke. We can watch the same TV. We can hang out. Even though we're not exactly the same, and sometimes it's great to have friends that are different than you because you don't want to hear the same echo chamber of thoughts and ideas. So it's really great that you want to expand out
Yeah.
and you want to engage with different people, learn different cultures, learn different experiences, learn where they came from,
It's
and just grow as a person from that.
Like I said, for me, it's definitely unique because I knew my roommate, and don't regret that decision at all. One of the best decisions I made because me and her both didn't know a lot of people coming into this. Obviously, I know a lot more people now, but you leave your comfort zone, you leave your normalcy, and you kind of go to a different city, new people, new living. Like it's a lot to handle at one time. So me having her, a familiar face, was so comforting. Obviously, now here we're at the end of it. We're not gonna be roommates again because it's not because we don't want to be. Trust me, we're going to. But she has a different classification, and I decided to room with one of my other good friends, and we're exploring each other's options. So you kind of grow with the experience with your roommate, honestly. So that's what happened with me. Like I don't regret it. And communication is key. Everybody says, don't room with your friend, don't room with your friend. I'm not going to say not do it. For me, it felt so right, and for her, it felt so right, and we did it. But it's not for everybody. But communication, I cannot stress that, is so key, you guys. Because if you don't communicate, it's not going to be a good situation, whether you know that person or not. So
Be open-minded, as London said, just, I mean, it is what it is. If you have a negative situation with your roommate, it is what it is. Like, it is your first year. You don't have to have a roommate your second year, things like that. If you don't want to, you can always move off campus. But just make the best out of every situation.
and it's going to challenge you. It's
Yeah.
going to challenge you mentally, emotionally, because there's a lot to handle. I've been blessed and fortunate enough. I've had my homeroom, I can't talk tonight. I've had my whole room to myself. I've never had to share it with anybody or my brother. Like I've always had. So having that and then kind of like being like this is challenging, but you know, it's a part of the experience and you learn from it a lot. Trust me.
Yes.
And you'll grow because I'm definitely different from how I came into here now.
All right, so another thing, moving on from roommates, I would say make time every day in your schedule for your schoolwork. I cannot stress this enough because though you're in college, though you have all these new experiences, activities, all of that, please make your education a priority because it does matter, because you are here for a reason. Your parents are paying for you to go to school, or if you're paying out of pocket by yourself, no matter your situation, you are, even if you have a scholarship, you're here for a reason. You're trying to keep your scholarship, all of that. So make sure you make school a priority.
I agree. And like I said, this is 4 years. You have to think about if you decide to go to grad school, law school, medical school, what's life after this, and then obviously your future. So you don't want to be that type of person that's sitting at a 2.5 and it's your senior year. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, if you do work hard and you keep your GPA high and you do decide to go to grad school, you won't have to pay for grad school because you apply to places and they will pay for you. So you got to keep all of that in mind.
Lyndon?
Yeah, so I would definitely say that my experience is a little different than you guys. Like I prioritize my academics too much. So like I definitely say like find a balance. Like that's really good for people who like you aren't prioritizing your academics or you feel as if you're not. Definitely do that. But for individuals that like come from high school and prioritize their academics a lot, like learn to balance and to do other things that are not necessarily building a resume or building experience, but learn to have fun too. Because you're gonna look back, you get to say, oh, I didn't do anything this semester but study, and
There is a balance.
So definitely try to find your balance.
But I feel like too, then also, Lyndon, that because you did that, you've had so many opportunities. So like, he's not gonna say this, you guys, but both of them have had great opportunities. And I mean, every time I would speak to Lyndon, like, I'm going to this event, I'm doing this, and I love, like, that's one thing I truly love. He's always, and it motivates me as a person, honestly, especially academically wise, because you can get caught up socially, but like just seeing him do these big things, like they're big things, guys, like big. And the fact that
proud of
stop.
him.
I don't want to boost him, but I'm going to show my appreciation because it's true.
Because hard
hard
work pays off, and it does need to be recognized. Because if we're spring break chilling, having a good time, you know, with our friends,
and he's at a whole conference, out at a
conference,
like,
trying
it's
to,
amazing.
Yeah, it does.
And you need
off.
to pick that before you pick Miami or anything like that. And obviously, I don't think Sandra told you guys this or not, but she is our new Miss UHP, right? I say it right? UHP?
Yes. Miss University.
So, like I'm saying, they just, you know, you don't always have to be involved socially sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have the balance, but it pays off in the end.
Okay, and so we can boost Alexis.
No.
She is on SAB e-board. She worked really hard. Every time I text Alexis, hey, you want to do this? I have to set up for something. I'm at SAB event.
You know, and the thing is that you don't want to involve yourself too much for point and get. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate that.
But she does have a very high GPA, so she.
Thanks, girl.
Alexis
so do
is
that.
a perfect example of finding a balance. I think we all find a balance.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like.
You throwing me shit. The thing is, honestly,
okay,
even though
4.0.
we all do YouTube together.
Maybe not after the semester.
We all do.
I might
YouTube
have a 3.9.
We all do YouTube. That's
not
so good.
3.9.
That's so good. We all
That's
do YouTube.
not good.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
We all do YouTube together, and obviously you guys see us on all of each other's channels. But at the end of the day, we all have 3 different perspectives, and that's so unique about our friendship.
We all do
is that
different things.
we do different things. We're giving that to you guys, and we're motivating each other at the same time.
It's like having friends.
And if you guys
who
come
support
here,
you.
you'll understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's a lot. No, but I'm super proud of Sandra and Lyndon, truly, honestly, working with you guys.
I'm proud of you too. We're proud of you.
It's our last video until the fall, which is really bittersweet,
Yeah.
but it's truly been amazing. I can't, like, there's a lot of YouTubers just in general, not on this game, but just like globally, that, you know, they're presented on camera and then reality are kind of different, and like what you see is truly it's authenticity. What you see is what you get. So that's beautiful.
Yes.
Friends.
All right.
And moving on, like, to the finding a balance thing.
Yes.
There's some tips.
We went off topic.
There's some tips we can give to you to help you out, because I got here and it was stressful. Had a lot of panic attacks when my grades weren't where I wanted them to be. I did finish off strong, but it's like during the moment it's kind of hard, you know.
Yeah.
So I would say things I feel like you guys should know. Make sure you speak to your professors. Go to their office hours, because they do help you out. If you're friends with your professors, they'll look at you and see that you're trying, and that they will help you out. Also, find study groups.
That's really important.
Find study groups. People in your class. Find a study group. Let's see. Group projects in college shouldn't be a thing.
Stop. Group projects are life.
No, they're not.
I haven't had a lot of group projects, actually.
Not if you have to do all the work yourself.
Dude, then you're not in a good group. Who's leading?
Not if the professor picks your group.
See
Then you can-
these
any
nice
group can be
intellectual
led.
conversations.
Any group can be led.
Okay, so I guess we're speaking from different points of view. So
I didn't have a lot of group work. They did, so I can just kind of, you know, some of them were not.
it's childish.
I'm pretty sure you had group work in high school.
Oh, in high school is a different beast, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Because it's like
people never change.
no, college is different because there's probably like 3 or 4 people in your group. You guys all have different schedules, and you have to find the time to meet.
But I think the difference between students in high school and students in college is that students in college actually genuinely want to be here. Like in high school, I heard a lot of, I don't really care about college.
But
I don't really
let's
care
speak
about,
for
you know.
oneself, because some
yeah,
people
true.
really,
Yeah. My experience has been in high school, people were like, I don't want to be here.
Some people are just chilling.
I don't want to
Some
do
people are
this.
just chilling.
But the people that I met have been super like college.
Yeah.
So it just depends. But the people I met
But
have
you
been,
hang is who you hang around. Because I know some people who just be like, I'm just here.
Yeah.
well, they
Free
have that too.
$10,000.
Yeah.
Refund checks. Guys, if you take out loans, that money is not free money.
You have to pay it
You
back.
have to pay it back.
Yeah. So let's see what else. So group projects. Make sure if you don't have homework assigned to a class like that, like the next class, that doesn't mean you don't have homework. There's something called a syllabus. Please read the syllabus.
Read the syllabus.
No, professors will
most,
check you.
Yes, most professors are required to follow the syllabus, and if they don't, then sorry. But the syllabus most of the time will have the assignments for the whole semester on there. Check it. You'll know when things are due. You can do things ahead of time, and it will be better to do things ahead of time, because you're you don't never know. It might be fall semester homecoming coming up, right?
Yeah.
And then you have
That's like the time when people are kind of like don't want to do work, but do that work in advance.
Do that work ahead of time. Then tell your professor, oh, I already have my work turned in. I already know, so I might not make it to this class. Communicate things like that, so you can do your work ahead of time.
Yeah, I take like going to class very, very seriously because you're paying for it. And believe that, I mean, obviously, there's gonna be one day you're not gonna be able to go, but please make it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're here for. But like I said, they're still getting paid. They're still getting a check.
And
they really don't.
Professors will recognize when you come to class.
And when you know those recommendation letters for things that you want to do in the future, like that,
when it's time to bump that grade from 89
Better
to
yet,
a 90,
today.
They'll be like, Alexis, you came every day.
Yes.
You tried. You turned your assignments.
Yes. And you do the little surveys and you
like even if you didn't do so well on tests and quiz, they'll be like, she tried. She was here. They see that.
They see the effort.
Yeah.
They see the transparency. They just see it.
Yeah. So what else? So now we're going to talk about a little bit about campus life, things like that. So when you're getting involved on campus, when you first come here, it's a great way to meet people, meet friends, things like that. But when you do pick clubs and organizations, make sure it's things that interest you. Don't just do things because maybe your friends are doing it. Because college is a chance for you to meet new people, so you don't have to keep doing things that your like high school friends are doing, like follow them to things, because y'all kind of have different interests. So make sure you do things that interest you, like things that you want to do, because then you'll meet people who have the same interests, and that allows you to make new friends. And then you have different interests, so it's not just dance that I might like, it might be other things as well. So join clubs that interest you.
Yeah, and you grow from doing new things too.
Exactly.
So but don't join too much. That's the biggest mistake I made. The biggest mistake.
Me
Coming
too.
here, I
Me
was in
too.
a modeling troupe. I was in a whole bunch, but it gets to the point where it's like you're doing so much that you kind of lose while you're here. And that was like the first like 2 months. But when I filmed the Day in the Life, definitely see that I was a part of way too much. And I look back at that clip, I'm like,
because it sounds
wow.
nice, but it is like, it's not the positions
you
hold.
can't have to do everything.
But it's like what you do within. You want to give enough time to your organization,
and to yourself,
then to yourself, and then to your schoolwork, things like that. And that's why it's good to limit yourself. Because when I came here, I was in a lot of clubs, organizations, and it sounded nice. I was on a couple of e-boards, but then it's like, how much time am I really giving to all of these? Because I only have so much time. So I had to kind of dial it back. I kind of had to step back from a couple roles and then kind of figure out what was important, what was central to me.
Ooh. Now she put in a new logo. Now she put in a new slogan.
I would definitely say that for me, when I choose clubs, I really ask a couple fundamental questions. I'm not part of something that I know cannot benefit me or benefit them. You know? So like whenever you're joining something, or whenever you're doing interview in general, a lot of people think about what they can get from it, but also think about what you can give to it. And that it's not the amount of opportunities that you're part of, but the weight and the gravity of the things that you achieve with what you're given. Yes. So that's what I would say.
Yes.
It's really fun.
He won that one.
Yes.
He won that one.
Adding to that, I would say don't just join social clubs. You can join clubs that are volunteer based, because here at Nccu we are required to have 120 hours of community service before you graduate.
Or more.
Yeah, or more. So I'm gonna get that too.
Me too. All of us.
Yes. Yeah. So I would say join academic clubs as well, because depending on your major, there's probably an honor society for that. There's probably clubs within your major. It's a great way to network within your department. So social clubs are good, but make sure you have a variety of those, because you do need to get everything you can out of your university, so you don't have to go kind of outside for that, I would say.
Yep.
Oh, and then what I want to touch on, eating, cat food, things like that, and spending money. Here essentially we get 21 meals a week and then a couple 100 and flex. So it's like,
which seems like a lot, but it's truly
and then
$10 at one restaurant for one meal.
Yeah, and then so we do have to eat at the calf a lot, and sometimes the calf is good, but I'm saying if you eat anything all the time, it's not going to taste good to you eventually. So bring your own seasonings, bring your own, spices.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Discover what's central to you.
So me and Lennon had microeconomics 2 days a week together, and he would literally make his sandwiches for breakfast.
I saw them, yes.
Waffle.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. So college is what you make it. I've realized after my freshman year, I've had a lot of opportunities. I met a lot of great people, had some falling outs, had some issues, had some rejection letters, but I feel like yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you have the highest.
Oh my God.
Oh, ironically, right?
Not
the highest highs and the lowest
Not
lows.
everything is for you. You'll realize, but you just have to
Where
make
do you get rejected from?
mind your business. I don't want to say it on YouTube.
No, but she's so right, because it's like you're not gonna get every little thing. You know what I'm saying?
But that's okay. Like if you want to run for something and you lose, that's fine.
Learn from
run
failure,
again. Run again. Do what you want to do.
Yes.
Because college is all a learning experience, and it's been a great first year.
I have something really good to close out on for closing.
So you not you trying to close my video?
Well, just the last thing that I want to say,
okay.
and then you close out.
And then you can close.
Okay. So on that nugget, what I'd really like to say is that she really mentioned the failures, that you want to get accepted to everything that you want to get accepted to. But for me, something that's really been a guiding light in my life is that, you know, we as a culture we fixate on the successes, but you need to, as a person, fixate on the losses. Understand why you lost and learn from that, and take that courage and take that power and win next time. So it's not all about all the success that you achieve, but sometimes it's about the triumphs and the struggles that you
Major key.
And the failures you.
That's so raw and truthful. And honestly, it's like in high school I didn't really get a lot of stuff, and it bummed me. In middle school too, really more middle school than high school, but it bummed me a lot. And then coming to college and doing things and stepping out of my comfort zone, which is another video I just plugged in there, that promo right there. Go watch that video.
Oh wow,
but, you know,
stay plugging. Like she really do stay plugging. We need to call you an electrician.
You grow truly with the experience. So me doing tons of different stuff that I never thought I would do, I've learned from, but I've also failed a lot as well. And because of the successes I had now, I've learned from those failures, and that is so true. And it hurts, and it
stings sometimes
when you can't get that score in the SAT, right? Yeah. And you can't get into the school that you dream. Of course, but everything happens for a reason too. That's the biggest thing I learned. So you learn from that.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching my long video. If you are going to be an NCCU student in the fall, a new student, please comment. I look forward to seeing you. It was a great year. Thank you to all the upperclassmen I've met. Thank you for all the advice. Thank you to my professors, my family, all of you guys. Thank you for all your support. And this is Asandra closing out.
And also just want to say we love Asandra. We love her channel.
She's amazing.
You guys definitely
really
subscribe to her. She's so genuine, authentic, real, truthful, honest. I love that. Truly love that about her. And there's so much content
she's a new
coming.
DJ Khaled. We're the best. We're the best.
Y'all didn't get my major key thing.
I
got you.
I got it.
Y'all
but for real though, she's got great content coming. So hit that red button.
Thank
hit his
you.
red button. Hit my red button. Let's all hit.
My button's green.
As I said before,
Ooh.
No, I'm joking.
This is Asandra closing out my freshman year.
See you guys next week.
Bye.